friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you, it's that time of the year that I love and cherish so much. I love all of our seasons, but I am not going to lie. Fall is definitely has a very special place in my heart, and I absolutely love playing with my fall papers. So I'm going to show you today what I have pulled for a kit to work for over these next few months that will bring us straight into the last 3 months of the year. So I have combined a couple of different collections, and this is what you see in front of you. I have played significantly with these collections, and for that reason I barely had like any papers left from either one. So I've decided to go ahead and I'm going to show you. Some of it may be mixed in with embellishments, so I'm going to show you. There are two collections in here. This is Autumn Day by Photoplay, and there's also Jen Hatfield Warm and Cozy. So let me just show you what I have. I'm going to separate the embellishments, and then I'm going to show you. These are page kits that I had previously made. These are the Jen Hatfield. And so I have brought in, I think I even had the 6x6 paper pad. So I've brought in those different browns, and here are the papers for this. I think there might be 2 page kits in here. This is the one that I had left over from Autumn Day, and I really wanted to try to mix it with another collection that had kind of some similar colors. So the browns, the reds, and some of the greens, and like the mustardy yellows. And then this is the cut apart sheet. So these are Jen Hatfield, and these, sorry, I probably should not have them stacked here like this. And then these two are the Autumn Day. Yeah, and that's a separate page kit. So here's one. And I think I'm going to be able to obviously make hopefully more than one layout from here. But we'll see how that goes. It's easier to pull stuff in right from the stash if you go through your kit. So here's another Warm and Cozy. Here are the 6x6 papers. I couldn't decide on the red, obviously, so I put different ones in here for that representation. And then I have these other larger print type. Again, I'm not necessarily going to use all of these papers on the same layout, and I can mix and match. And then I think I have some cut aparts back here. Yeah, that's what these are back here. And then I have these are my last 2 papers, and these are from a paper pad. I will say the Warm and Cozy are from a paper pad, so I don't have a side B, but I threw these in here because these Autumn Day, even though some of them have cut aparts, they are double-sided, so I can use it for matting and whatnot. So let me just pull these, and then I'm going to show you the embellishments. I have a mix of different embellishments here. I have some pictures to consider. I have some scraps, so I keep my scraps in 8.5 by 11. I also have, I've been using these for a long time, these little separated 8.5 by 11 pocket pages, and they're perfect because these ones that I think they sell them in like the baseball card size. They also have these with just 4 pockets, and then they also have some I've seen with just the 2 pockets, so much wider at the top and the bottom. But these are perfect for die cuts and cut aparts or pocket page cards. And then I have some fall wood veneer. These have been living in there for a while. These, I don't even know which collection they're from, but they go with the color, so I'll keep them in there. These are from Warm and Cozy. These are rather large, which is probably the reason I have not gravitated to them, but I'm going to put them in there. Might be able to use them. Here is what I have left of Autumn Day, the sticker sheet. And this is, I don't know, Photoplay doesn't come up with years. So this is the second sticker sheet from Photoplay. So hopefully I can use some of these alphas. That would be amazing. And then these are my scraps from Warm and Cozy. I have scrapped a whole lot of my fall photos. So the photos that I've chosen for these are non-fall photos. So we'll see how that goes. Because I love fall so much, I've made a ton of base pages. I want to try to stay away from that unless it's like a very neutral base page. Here I've gone and selected some photos for these as well. I've previously made these. You may have seen it in a video previously when I was going through my fall stash. It may have even been from last year for all I know. So here's the first few papers. I think this from this page kit. It's quite a it's quite a bunch of papers. It maybe a lack of decision making on my part, but here I think I just kind of pre-planned just in the event that I may have. I think I may bring in some of this gray because I just didn't have enough of it in the collection, or this is a paper pad. And then I think these are just the cut aparts. Yeah. So I don't necessarily love the way this looks together. So I may bring in some of that gray, which is probably why this is here. But that's okay. But those are, I love that initial, let me now separate the photos because I specifically picked those photos for those layouts. Oh, where was this from? Uh-oh. All right, let me just put that over here. Since I don't know where that piece of paper came from. All right, and then for this one, oops, let me move this up. Here are the 6x6 sheets that I pulled in. Again, if I don't use these, it's really quick and easy for me to access the 6x6 papers, and I'll just put them back where they belong. So here are the papers. These are from a paper pad, but they are double-sided, which is really nice. This is, I think this was a die cuts with a view. I love this green, so pretty. I love the neutral sides as well. Oh, there's two pages in, there's two page kits in here. Okay, so here's one. Maybe this is where this came from. All right, and let me put maybe I just put those together, those photos for the whole thing, maybe, I don't know. And here's some more of the gray, different color gray. Some of them are a little bit more on the neutral side. Oh, that's just, I think, a really thick piece of paper. And let me show you through the large 12 by 12. Again, from that same paper pad. Really pretty. It was, I believe it was a fall collection, or it definitely rang like fall. Yeah, it was a fall collection, but I think it's, the colors are in it are neutral enough that you can use it for a variety of different photos. And then I did go through, so if you have base pages, like this is the opportunity, because there are going to be times during these next 3 months when you know what happens, right? You hit Thanksgiving and then it's like all guns blazing. So I've tried to set myself up for success here. And I went through and picked a couple of the base pages that I made. This is from, this I think is, let me see, did I write it down? Yes, this is from Gingham Garden. This is a layout scrap lift from Dorothy Guinan. She's scrapbooking Quebec here on YouTube. She used this specific collection. I don't have all of the same papers, but you get, my little gem moved. I have to re-glue that. Let me take this adhesive off. Did it come off? Yeah. I might have to reglue it. It's fine. But I have my pictures, and I'm going to try to use it. It's a perfect time because, you know, we get so busy around the holiday season that if I just want to come down and just scrap, but I don't have a lot of time, or I just want to feel like I'm getting something accomplished, I can play with my base pages. So I pulled, I think, 2 or 3 of these. So let me see. These are using the Maggie Holmes Garden Party. So this is a separate one. Oof. Okay, let me. And I think because of my pictures, I'm going to end up orienting it this way. I had made this cut file with the same collection. I don't know if I'm going to use it on this particular layout, but I threw it in here. I have my, and then the rest of the photos I can put on in pocket pages if I have plenty, because I have plenty from that particular event. And then I have a couple more. So this is a complete, I went through my winter base pages as well. And this was inspired or scrap lift from a class that I took last fall, actually. And you basically, this is using 6x6 papers. And then what I'm hoping to do is, I know this is not the right picture for this, but you'll see that the picture you can put, you're going to cover the middle here, but you can do this with a variety of different papers to give it the mood and feel that you want. So, you know, you can use it this way, you can use it this way, but the whole purpose is to kind of cover up that center. Or you can just end up centering it, however you want to use it. But that's the gist of it. I have some extra papers from this particular paper pad that I'm bringing in. So I'm going to be working with that. And then this is kind of some supplemental pages from the same event, which is why I kind of kept the color scheme. This is obviously more white based and this is more cream based, but it doesn't matter to me. These are just some base pages I had previously made. So let me just show you what they look like. And so this one really called for, sorry if it's like way too above here, way too high up here. This one called for vertical photos. But here's the thing about sometimes even pre-matting is that if you just cut your photos down, even if you pre-matted, I've done this before, you can trim your photo just slightly if it's a 4x6, and you can get it onto that mat and just pretend like the middle doesn't exist. Just ignore it. It really doesn't call your eye to it, and it works really, really well. So I'm thinking of doing that, and then and that will be those particular layouts, because they all kind of they all go they're about the same particular theme. This is a layout, and the big pieces, like the major pieces, are just not adhered. Let me just pick up my photos. I literally was just throwing them in here. All right, so we have this. I'm like, I know I feel chipboard. So I don't know. I think this goes up a little higher here. Like that, something like that. I made this during, I just moved everything, didn't I? I made this during Crop and Create Delivered this past spring. and using the Simple Stories, the True Colors collection. And there's a lot of chipboard frames on here, and that's okay. I specifically wanted to use this for, we had a big birthday in the household this year. My youngest turned 21. So this is going to be used to document all of those photos that you saw me take off. Because I'm like, I'm going to have to just end up deciding, I'm going to end up deciding at the last minute here, you know, once it's time for, so this is our youngest. It is her birthday. And yeah, it was a wonderful event. And I can't wait to, here's her cake. Look at this cake. It's ginormous. Oh, sorry for the glare. Here, hopefully you can see it a little bit better. Ginormous. Oh my goodness. I can't even, it was delicious. Delicious, delicious. All right. So a little bit of a tangent, but we're super proud of her. Here's another view. Sorry. This light is like, there we go. Hopefully you can see it a little bit better there. It was amazing. The theme was pink, cream, and gold. I'm like, what was our other color? I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video in its entirety, and I hope that you'll be back and that you'll consider subscribing to my channel. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I would love it if you were part of my community. I have been personally, in my personal life and in my hobby, trying to make, do some seasonal type of cleanup, and fall for sure is definitely the hardest. So that's why I knew I had to combine these two collections, because I had very little to pick from either one. And so combining things as you're using them up sometimes is the best solution to kind of re-energizing a collection that you've already played with. So periodically, it's good to do that. Take a look at what you have in your seasonal stash, and hopefully they're bringing you joy and not just taking up very valuable space in your area. It's been a journey that I've been on for several years, even before the lockdown, even before the pandemic, before all of that. I was starting to kind of get overwhelmed by the number of supplies that I had in my space. I hope you'll join me. I will have more kit making videos. I will continue the organization. I have a feeling every once in a while, itch to kind of re-energize your space, and you move stuff around all over the place. And that happens in many different places around my house. So you can imagine what a joy I am to live with. I made him clean out his closet. Imagine that.